And welcome back to another episode of The Credit Authority. Once again, I am your host, Rhonda Klch, and I am so glad you joined us. We always want to start our segments by thanking our sponsors. So thank you so much to Equity First. If you are experiencing credit and or financial challenges, feel free to reach out to any one of their trained professionals. They are bilingual, nationwide, and they are sitting by waiting for your call. They could be reached by dialing 631-714-4822. And with that said, this week we are speaking to amazing women that are all participating in the International Women's Conference, which is scheduled for Saturday, March 11th at Hofstra University. So with us now is Karmisha Superville. Of course, you are going to be at the conference, and I am so excited to finally meet you in person, but welcome to the show.
Well, thank you so much. I'm so happy and honored to be here. Thank you.
So we know that International Women's Conference, I've attended several in the past. They're so important to unify women and to really help amplify our messages. When you received the call from Dr. Neva, tell me what that experience was like for you.
You know, Rhonda, I was so elated and more so honored because, you know, Dr. Neva is someone that I look up to. We recently met virtually, actually, during COVID. And I attended one of her virtual events, and it was so impactful. It was so empowering. I was like, oh, my gosh, I have to meet this woman. Who is she? And I wanted to, you know, just develop an organic relationship with her. And she has just been so phenomenal. She really is a champion for women, and I love her. I've actually called her in between just to ask a few little gems as I am growing my business as well. So she really is an incredible person and more so a champion for us all. So I was honored. I'm super excited. And this is what I'm about. I'm about sharing information, standing in the gap for my sisters, and just, you know, being a part of conversation and change. So I'm excited.
I love it. And a lot of times when I'm out in communities where it's women supporting women, people will say to me, you know, Rhonda, I never expected you to connect with, you know, person A. And sometimes it's the people that you're not expecting to connect with that you connect the most with. Because if we're very singularly looking at something, we can never expand upon our knowledge. Right? So these conferences are so important because it allows people to go out of their comfort zone and find other women that they can connect with on a different level, right? It's not always about our business. So I was reviewing through your profession, and of course I love it because it's event planning, and there's nothing better than a successful event. But most important, what I loved was the fact that you are a certified minority Black women's owner. Tell me a little bit about why getting that certification was so important for you.
Yes, thank you so much. Absolutely. You know, becoming a business owner is an interesting journey. You know, funny, I was at a gala recently with a client, one of my clients, and I don't normally gamble. So I said to the client, I said, I don't gamble, so I'm not going to gamble. And the person said to me, you're in business. That is a gamble in itself. I said, touche. I said, touche. And that really stuck with me because it is a gamble. And this journey has been one of, you know, highs and lows. And I think becoming a minority woman-owned business allows me and allows my firm to really set itself apart, right? Like getting that certification, working towards it. And actually, I was city certified. Now I'm state. And I remember the painstaking application just to become state certified. And I did it during the pandemic. And so to work towards something like that, right? It's a great opportunity. And also, too, it allows my firm and anyone who would like to be minority woman-owned certified, it allows you to open up yourself for more opportunities with the state government, with your municipality, whether city, state, or federal. So I would definitely champion that. I do believe there are some tweaks that the program needs, and some things that we need, the government and the state legislators need to work out. But all in all, it's a great accomplishment, and it does allow your firm to stand out and to provide you with opportunities to grow. There's a lot of resources that the city provide. I'm in New York City, so I'm always taking part in, the small business solution, classes, workshops, and I really and truly how to grow my business. So when I show up for my clients, I show up in a real way and an equitable way. So I love it. It's something that it's a continual something that you have to work on, certifying and so forth. But I do enjoy it, and I believe it's a badge of honor representing your community in such a way. Getting certified, working within the community, doing things to make a difference. In my day to day, it's planning events and planning impactful events. But I do definitely, I'm a champion of the program.
I love it. And, you hit on something which is important, is that when you're handling your client, you're bringing out the best version of you to support them. But with the certification, it's also allowed you to grow as a business leader. So when you bring those two components together, you're a little smarter, right? You're bringing something edgier to the table. I think you're bringing a different angle that some other companies just may not have the advantages of. You could be a fantastic party planner, but if you're not a good business owner, it may fall to the side.
I tell it all the time. It's so funny. Someone reached out to me, actually, one of my photographers that I worked with a few years ago. And he said to me, man, I'm so proud of you, seeing how you're working and, and you're certified. He was like, there's so many knuckleheads that think event planners, all they do is party plan. That they're party planners, but, you're certified and you're just doing the darn thing. And I said, thank you so much. I was like, yeah, you got to tell the people, because being certified, you are able, and I love the fact that you said that as well, you are able to approach a client from a business perspective. Like, how can I really multiply, this event, or how can I make this event profitable for you, as opposed to, okay, y'all just come have a good time party and that's it, and everybody, leaves. But with us and working with a firm that's more business oriented, we really come in to multiply an organization or to amplify an organization mission from a business perspective. So it's more structured and it's more sustainable. And I'll also say this too, when you do approach your clients from that perspective, you are going to have a client that will remember, like that's a memorable experience. And more than likely, that will carry on to the next client and so forth. So definitely, I think certifications are great, but you also have to work it. Work these programs, get the knowledge, gain the knowledge, and then regurgitate it.
And I love your energy. So I want to just go back to the conference for a quick minute. Yeah. What message do you want to bring to the audience when you are speaking?
Oh, man, that's such a beautiful question. The message of inclusivity, I think that needs to be spoken in terms of shared ideas. So many times as women, we there's a lot of struggles, right, that women have. And, there are still things that we're fighting for, even in 2023. So I think the message of inclusivity, I think there is power in numbers. If anything, power in numbers. We are still at a disadvantage when it comes to pay and equity, and even building our companies, scaling our companies, right? So if we can come together and really band together and support each other, I think that's the message that I want to carry. It's about not coming out for a day, not coming out for a celebration, not feeling empowered. Then you leave and you're like, what next? Okay, let me go back to my little space, my little corner, and, do what I have to do here. No, it's about reaching out to Dr. Neva, reaching out to Karmisha, reaching out to Rhonda, right? And saying, hey, how can I truly collaborate with you? That is inclusivity.
And I love that, because I think you're hitting it on the head. And there's so many people that come out for that temporary glorification and feel good moment, but they don't actually know how to do the follow-up. And that's where so many women fall short. So I'm hoping that with this conference, It will be impactful enough that people will make amazing relationships. They will learn how to ask for help, and they will learn how to unite with one another. So once again, I am speaking with Karmisha Superville. She is the founder and CEO of EBK Events and Consulting, and she will be one of the speakers at the International Women's Conference, once again, held on Saturday, March 11th at Hofstra University. Hold tight. We're bringing on our next guest.